Hello guys, this is the Hexagon Zero and welcome back to another episode of Multiplayer Mondays. And yes, I know it's technically not Monday, but actually this is a Multiplayer Monday that I missed during my 2 to 3 week break. Yeah. Anyway, we are here on Rogue Transmission, and I was just using the UMP9 with the angle grip, whatever sight, 3.4 sight, not the Prisma, the other 3.4 sight, the first one you unlocked, I believe, and a laser sight on the UMP9, and I saw the guy there, knew he'd eventually turn up somewhere, and then blew the brains out of him. And personally, I think they need to buff this coaxial LMG because it takes, 8 bullets to kill? And yes, it does fire fairly fast. It fires too accurately. And that is amazing over distances. If you get it... Yeah, that was a bit of a stupid mistake there. I rolled up the hill poorly. Guy runs and this guy's... He just dies from the sport. Anyway, today was the first day of E3, or rather yesterday, as it is 3 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Yeah, so that was the first day of E3, and holy crap. So much stuff. It was just introductions and everything, I get that, but wow. That was an absolute ton of stuff. Oh, where do I even begin? I guess what I could talk about is... Well, I watched... for most of the day I was out of the house, but I managed to get back in time to watch the Sony press conference. And Destiny looks fantastic. And, of course, they did their whole speech about Little Big Planet, and then there's Bloodborne, which I'm actually kind of interested in. And then there was... I don't remember a lot of it, because there's honestly quite a bit of it. Star Wars Battlefront. DICE released a little bit of a teaser type thing on it, and it looked cool then. I'm a big fan of the Battlefront series. Like, I've owned Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, and they're both incredible games. I used to play them with my dad, actually. And yeah, so they hold a rather special place in my heart. What else? Battlefield Hardline. There was a beta announced today, and I applied to it, and I am still waiting on their email, and some YouTubers who, have played Battlefield for a long time, they're obviously friends with, DICE or Ubisoft, so I think they get access to it a little bit earlier, or maybe they got shortlisted or something like that. I'm not sure. Or maybe the fact that they just applied to it that morning or something like that. And that looks really cool. I just watched a video from Andrezel of him showing beta footage of it, and it looks a lot like Battlefield 4, but with the purpose. And I think he was playing on a low count server because there were maybe 20 guys facing him, but it might have been 32. I don't know. What else? Batman Arkham Knight. There was a big trailer for that. If you haven't seen it, I've updated my Multiplayer Monday that I released yesterday, and it was that Batman has been delayed till 2015, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I just hope they don't pull a Watch Dogs, and yes, that is a thing. It's called pulling a Watch Dogs, and it's really only common among PC players, because consoles are reporting almost no errors with anything related to Watch Dogs, other than the fact that the driving mechanics sucks. That seems to be kind of system-wide. But no, pulling a Watch Dogs is basically solely used by PC players now. What else? I'm having a tough time remembering now. Actually going through the list. Oh, Tomb Raider. There was a new trailer for Rise of the Tomb Raider, and that looked kind of cool. I haven't played the original Tomb Raider, so meh. And Evolve got a new trailer, and Evolve is a game that a buddy of mine pre-ordered already. It's 7 months away from launch, 6 or 5 months, I don't know. They pre-ordered it already, but they've added a monster that's kind of like the Kraken, and it can fly. IGN has a video up, and that's cool too. I didn't bother watching the Call of Duty because I just know it's Call for Money Recycled Warfare. Last of Us Remastered is coming to PlayStation 4, so that should be extra cool graphics. I'm actually just going through my Facebook. Ooh, right, Assassin's Creed Unity revealed their 4-player co-op, and I thought, yeah, that would be cool if only people would buy PC. So, if you guys are PC players and you were interested in maybe doing a 4-player co-op, I would be open to application, I guess, to it. And of course I will be playing the single-player campaign as well. Oh, and The Division got a cinematic trailer. This is my new Watch Dogs, because Watch Dogs I was incredibly excited for. It looked amazing. I bought it, I pre-ordered it, I paid $105, I got the Seasons Pass and everything for it, and then it tanked. And I tried playing it a couple days ago again, and I managed to get it up to 4 frames per second. That's how fast I was able to run Watch Dogs. 4 frames per second, and that's just standing still in a not-so-busy street of Chicago. I open up the profiler, it drops to about 3 frames per second. And then I start moving, and it's at 1 or 2. So it's not very fun. But anyway, the new cinematic trailer for The Division looks amazing. And I really want it. That's safe to assume. The Crew by Ubisoft got a release date. I think it's like October the 21st or something like that. I might be getting my release dates mixed up. But anyway, I'm going to buy that too. Be nice to form a crew with you guys. The Hex Crew or whatever. What else? Troll, Fable. Not really invested in the Fable series. Oh, the new Mass Effect. Mass Effect 4. That's what we're calling it. It's not really going to be Mass Effect 4. It might be. I'm not really sure. But that looks. They were going to rediscover everything, and it looked good. It was all concept art at the moment, because I don't really want to reveal too much of the story, I guess. But it looked really, really cool. And I'm watching my... If you're watching the gameplay, I'm watching my left here, because I know those guys can get in those hills, and then I get C4'd a little later. And that's because I wasn't watching my flank. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, is officially coming to PlayStation 4. Read that directly off of an IGN.com article. Oh, and I had a look at Rainbow Six Siege, and that looks cool too. It's got an interesting game mode. It's very tight, and I say tight looking because the map's so small, but it's got a whole bunch of interesting gadgets. And of course, the guy, it said it was taken from a multiplayer match. Yeah, I have no doubt that it was taken from a multiplayer match, but I think the audio was added in afterward, because I am not aware of any people, unless they're all friends, who work together that well. What else? Star Wars Battlefront, I've already talked about this, but I watched the DICE trailer for it, and they showed some early game in-engine footage of it, and it looks... I literally said wow when I watched it, and it takes a lot for me to get impressed by graphics, because my eye is very picky. I can't play Borderlands. Like, I can play it with like friends and stuff, but for short periods of time, the art style's cool, it's nice and new, I'll give it that, but I don't like the way it looks cartoon, stuff like that. It doesn't work with me. The Order 1886 it was delayed till 2015, but it does have a new release date of... Hold on, let me wait for the page to load. February 20th, 2015, so that's just a little bit after 2015 has happened. Say. Let's just keep on scrolling here, and most of this information is from IGN, just in case someone tries to dig me with copyright. Or Games Radar is also what it's coming from as well. Forza Horizon 2, that was announced. not really too invested in the Forza series. Covered that, covered that. There was the Halo 5 Guardians thing. At some point, Halo starts becoming Call of Duty. I mean, what else can you do with it? Mortal Kombat 10 was announced. That's gonna be interesting to watch combos and stuff. I don't know. I've never really been a fan. Never really played the series, so GTA 5 is coming to the PS4, Xbox One, and PC quite soon, in fact. So that's gonna be fun. I'm debating on whether or not I should buy it. I mean, if a couple of my friends buy it, then sure, yeah, I'll buy it. But yeah, otherwise I'll pass. Far Cry 4, they showed 4 or 5 or so minutes of that, and that looked cool. It looks significantly like Far Cry 3 with updated graphics and new map design. And to me, that's enough to produce a new game. Now, it seems to be of the same premise, because all the Far Cry games are based off of the same premise, so that's not too big of an issue for me. And Ubisoft actually made an announcement that they're holding all Wii U games until the platform becomes more popular. Again, that's straight from IGN, but that was actually rather surprising news. Mirror's Edge has been thought about and updated and stuff like that, and I'm interested to play it. The original Mirror's Edge, I played it at a buddy's house that I knew when I was younger, and I played through the entire campaign, and it was actually a lot of fun. And so I'm interested for the quote-unquote Mirror's Edge 2. There's a Halo 5 beta. Halo 5 is called Guardians, by the way. And in the Arkham Knight trailer for Batman, the Scarecrow looks quite disgustingly gruesome. That's cool. And then, as usual, Dead Island 2 did a nice trailer. And if you're moving your attention back to the gameplay on the screen here, these turrets are not used. Use them. That's a 50 cal with incredible accuracy. The time to kill on it is so small. Like, it took maybe 3-4 seconds to kill that guy down that I was shooting at earlier. Just dud, 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 dud. Hey, look, he's dead. That's it. Anyway, Far Cry 4 also has a co-op. I'm bouncing all over the place here, but well, whatever. Far Cry 4 has a co-op mode. That is going to be fun. Again, if someone buys it on PC, then, you know, I'll play with them. Oh, and another big thing that PlayStation announced at the time, and this is something that PlayStation, right, at least in their conference, and it'll be interesting to see Microsoft's, because I haven't watched Microsoft's conference yet, but PlayStation has said that even if you don't own Far Cry 4, and you get invited to play the co-op, you'll still be able to play it. But even if you don't own the game. And that's a step in either the right or wrong direction. Now this is me demonstrating that the 50 cal does nothing against the infantry fighting tanks. And what I mean by that is that, yes, it's an awesomely cool thing that you're able to play with your friends even though you don't have the game. But at some point it's going to get to that's going to become a staple. And to me that will be kind of a breakdown of the gaming industry. Because it'll be just, oh, Johnny will buy this game and then we'll play with him. I knew there was a guy there, I just didn't see that guy popping up behind the pillar. But, and then it becomes like that, and of course you can buy the game for yourself if you want to play the campaign or something like that, but most of the time, people are playing with friends, and that's what companies seem to be pushing lately, is that, oh yeah, it's all about connectivity. You can join with your friends, you can play with your friends, and all that stuff, and that's really easy to do on console. And by the way, the UMP9, killer for hipfire. If you slap a laser sight on there, well, that happens. So, yeah. But they're pushing a lot of connectivity and sharing with your friends on console. And PC, that isn't pushed anymore. anymore, because if everybody owns a PC, everybody owns a computer. Whether or not it's a gaming computer, that's different. But everybody owns a computer, practically. Like, okay, maybe that's an unfair statistic, or quote, or something I've said that is unfair. There's some areas in the world where owning a PC or a computer would be quite luxurious. Alright, well, the majority of people who would be buying a game like that, with a console and everything like that, have a computer. Anyway, moving on. What else we got? Apparently Call of Duty Advanced Warfare looks super pretty on next gen. I just don't see it. There's a new DLC released, or hinted at, for Dead Rising 3. And yay, I guess. And their title for it, I believe, is Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix Hyper Edition X plus Alpha Prime. EX plus Alpha, wow. And Titanfall 2 is allegedly going to be coming to PS4. Again, ripped off straight from IGN. And yep, saw that coming. I think that's basically it, and all the things that interested me anyway. And then this is only the first day, and if all that could have been released today, then what's going to happen for the rest of the week? It's going to be cool. Oh, Dragon Age Inquisition also was hinted at, and it's supposed to be the biggest game BioWare has ever made. But that's in quotes. At least the IGN post is. A couple things on technology. So needed a little bit on Project Morpheus. I kind of lost interest in that. I'm interested in VR headsets, just Project Morpheus isn't for PC, so. Nothing else much, really. And it took me that long to figure out that there was another tank on the, just over the hill. I'm not even sure what Crackdown is, and also a new Phantom Dust. Not sure what that is either. So many games to take a look at. Magicka 2. Never played the original Magicka. I'm not really a fan of that style of game. But eh, whatever floats your boat. Mirror's Edge. Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed. Whew. Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Co-op. Yeah, and essentially goes on from there. So that's all the news that has drifted up on my Facebook dash for tonight. We'll see what's going on tomorrow with Nintendo, because I believe Nintendo is entirely tomorrow, and then Wednesday, I believe, is the Ubisoft, like the full Ubisoft one. Because today was kind of just introductions. It wasn't their quote-unquote final thing. Yeah. Anyway, right here I'm using the MG4 with the Prisma sight. That was a failed grenade toss. I meant to hit that and then have it bounce down. But this is the MG4 with the Prisma sight, laser sight, and me getting shot from the right side. And I'm not sure what else. I think it's a stubby grip. No, it's an angle grip. Or it's a stubby or angle grip on my MG4 right now. I can't remember. I shoved the angle grip on there because I thought it would be better for range. It really isn't. Just stick with the stubby. And if you need to go range, go to your secondary. And mine's the SWD-40, so SW40 right now, so it's better suited for longer range. This is me trying to be I probably could have gotten it too with that lead. I just needed to move a little bit down to the left. That was fired way too late. See that guy going up the staircase? Hey, look! That guy sliding down the staircase. And then here the enemy team is doing something that I don't think should be allowed, especially on maps like this. Zavod 311 needs a revisit for the no man's land borders, because right now this gets ridiculous. Tank right there, missiles coming in. Literally, there's 3 missiles in the air right now. They're all aimed at me. They're not even letting our tanks get out of the base. There should be more cover along the edges here. A hill or something. And either way, I get picked off right here by a guy that... Yeah. And then I voiced my concerns. Like any butthurt player. But I slowly typed it, so that tells you my anger level. Anyway, my goal here is to try and blow up his AA, but it already had C4 on it, so whoop-de-doo, goodbye AA. Still using the MG4. Guy pokes his head out. I barrage fire, and then he dies from the guy up above. That's nice. Could you have died to my bullets next time? That way he can get the kill assist. Yeah. And that's a rare opportunity where the MG4 did work on distance. And if you don't know, that's how you cancel a reload animation. If you start the reload animation, switch to your secondary, then switch back, and bingo bango presto, you won't have reloaded and you won't have to endure that long ass reload animation that LMGs typically have. Here's me trying to pepper spray this chopper to encourage people to jump out of it. A bunch of guys on this cliff here, because we've driven them far. We've held them back mostly for the majority of the game. And if you were ever on the Russian side of this battle, and this is happening to you, capture E. Seriously, send everything you got to E. Pulls everything right out of her spawn, and everybody wants to spawn at E. So, there you go. That's how you take back bases. Of course, if you're on the China side during that entire escapade, and you are locked in at your base, capture anything, I guess? Literally, capture anything, that basically works. B is typically a good one. A lot of people like B. Anyway, I would like to thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, favorite, subscribe, comment, and all the good stuff. And throughout the remainder of this week, I will be doing random E3 update videos. There won't be on... mostly just be IGN ripoffs, and maybe some of my own thoughts included in there. So you guys can feel free to check that out. And yeah. I guess E3 trundles on, and then RTX is in 4 weeks as well, or 3 weeks, or whatever, something like that. Soon. Anyway, this is the Hexagon Zero, signing out.